Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to the Terror in the Isles Challenge. This is a segment I've been doing with my good buddy, Joe the Horror Man, where we're going to examine films from Terror in the Isles. Not only the theatrical cut, but the television cut as well. Today we're going to be talking about Miss 45. Miss 45 is a 1981 film which runs approximately 80 minutes and is directed by Abel Ferreira. Now, he was responsible for Driller Killer, Bad Lieutenant, and King of New York. Now, this stars Zoe Lund as Thana. She passed away on April 16th, 1999, at the age of 37. She was in Bad Lieutenant, Handgun, and Hot Ticket. Bogey as Phil. He had no credit to his name. And Albert Sinkies as Albert. He passed away on July 25th, 1999, at the age of 59. And he didn't have any credit to his name either. Now, the budget was $62,000. And apparently Zoe Lund was only 17 when this movie was made. But it was released when she turned 18. Okay, this has a very, very simple plot. This is about Thana. Thana is mute. She doesn't talk. She works in a kind of like a fashion place where they're making clothes for a certain designer. And she's friendly with all the women that she works with, but she ends up getting pulled aside and raped and brutalized by a man in a mask. He rips the mask off and then runs away after he's finished, and she gets herself together and finally makes it to her apartment when, wouldn't you know it, there is someone else in her apartment with a gun, and he rapes and brutalizes her. But she actually ends up killing him. And something in her triggers, as I'm sure it would in most people, and she goes on a killing spree, killing men pretty much everywhere, even men that kind of don't deserve it. She's just triggered, and she's ready to kill. Okay. So many recommendations I could have went for with this one. The first thing I actually thought of was Savage Streets, but that would have worked. But this one is a little bit different, where she just goes crazy and just kills for the rest of the film. It's a very different type of dynamic than, say, Death Wish or some of the other vigilante movies. Joe and I actually talked about this one. In the beginning of the film, she kind of looks like a plain girl. She really doesn't wear makeup. She wears kind of frumpy clothing, if that makes any sense. But it seems like the further along we get in this film, the more attractive she becomes. She starts using makeup. She starts dressing kind of provocatively. Mainly because she's trying to antagonize people to give her a hard time so she can blow them away. That's basically the gist of it. I love this film. I think it's fantastic. It doesn't really have much of a story, but the funny thing about it is the girl Zoe Lund, who plays Thana, is able to communicate a lot without using her mouth, if that makes any sense. And it's pretty brutal. Now, there is no nudity in this film, which is uncommon for this type of film. Even Death Wish had nudity. Death Wish 2. Savage Streets had a plethora of nudity. These type of films generally do have gratuitous nudity. But I think it was the fact that she was 17. That's why they didn't go that route, and I'm glad they didn't. Now, this is from Draft House. This is the picture that Joe will probably be showing, because that's the original artwork for it. This is a fantastic Blu-ray. It really is. And I absolutely love this film. It's really cool. I'm going to get to my relatable recommendation now. And that's going to be Revenge. This movie, I don't feel gets talked about enough. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's a really good film. And it's basically the same type of thing. A girl gets brutalized and then basically takes the rest of the film and gets back at the people. So, yeah. Revenge is fantastic. I definitely recommend it. And don't forget to watch Joe's review and see what he picks as a recommendation. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.